All right, guys, there has been a lot of darkness on the news lately with the Jay-Z partying with P. Diddy and the assassination with that CEO, that United Healthcare guy. There's been a lot of darkness. And not to say I'm not going to talk about that stuff in the future. It's just, I'm just kind of sick of it. Like for the last 10 years, most of us have been screaming at the top of our lungs that these celebrities are PDF files and we've been called conspiracy theorists and QAnons and you name it. But you know me, before I started talking about politics, I love talking about the psyche, the ego, mental health, narcissists. Now, this video is going to be about the news, all the rumors that were going on for the last week about Brett Cooper leaving the Daily Wire. And I feel so horrible. I feel bad because a couple weeks ago, I made a video about smug Hollywood brats. And in the video, I went over a bunch of leftists. But in the video, I also said it's not only the left and that it's also on the right. And I explained a YouTuber, but I didn't say her name out of respect. And I explained some videos that she makes. And now, to be fair, the left aren't the only ones like guilty of this behavior. There are some people on the right. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're chronically online, or if you're young, you could fall under this category. I'm biased, so I'm not going to say the person's name, but I follow a conservative that she's a smug little brat know-it-all. Like, okay, I was talking about Brett Cooper in this video. That video was about our youth and how these smug brats have been bred online because they didn't have to learn how to make friends with making someone laugh in person with social cues or making their day and making them smile. These young kids were born online with a phone in their hand. So all they know how to do is recite facts and get that digital like to get the dopamine.
Hey guys, some of you have heard the rumors online, and the rumors are mostly true. Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire. It is not true that I am being forced out. It was my own choice to leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet. I have had the most unbelievable 3 years helping to craft the show, building this community, and telling stories and sharing the truth every day.
As you can see by the title, these are my unpopular opinions about the new Snow White movie that the Daily Wire might be putting out. We don't know if they're still going to be doing that. And my own unpopular opinions about Brett Cooper. I know they're unpopular. I think most of my audience probably loves Brett Cooper. I'm just an average person. I'm not trying to play for the audience. I'm not trying to play for the celebrities. I'm not playing it. I'm just saying my opinion and my truth and what I believe. Like, let's say Rachel Zegler voted for Trump and she was a huge Trump supporter, or AOC. Let's say AOC or Rachel Zegler were huge Trump supporters. Would you still like them with that personality? I'm sorry. It's their personality. It's not so much their beliefs. I think Brett is the right Rachel Zegler. So I'm currently editing this video you're watching now, and I'm watching the quartering kiss up to Brett Cooper. Just kidding, Jeremy. I'm watching the quartering, and he's talking about rumors that Fox might buy the Daily Wire. And I totally get it. When I was young, I used to like the bitchy, the rude women. I thought they were so cool. I thought it was so cool to be mean and bitchy and stuff. But then you grow up and realize those are narcissists. And I realize I have been making a lot of videos about women's psyche lately. And I'm not a woman hater, I swear. I just think since the end of the woke culture is happening, so is the end of the matriarchy, because they kind of brought the woke culture up. All right, let's go back a little. So I heard the rumors about Brett Cooper leaving a week ago. I felt horrible because I just made that video. I hope only 100 people watched that video. No one saw it, but I just felt bad because I know who I was talking about in the video. Spoiler, I unsubscribed to Brett Cooper when she was 21.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
but I'm not her target audience. It makes sense. I found most of her videos very patronizing and condescending since I'm like 20 plus her senior. Now, since I already follow everyone on the Daily Wire, her videos will still pop up. And all of a sudden, I saw some Reagan girl pop up, like doing the comment section. So I watched one of those episodes, and she was so nice. I liked her energy. She was welcoming. She had like a friendly, nice energy. So I subscribed. Now, I've been seeing online that Reagan is her best friend and that she was in her wedding and now she's taking her job. Well, as an adult, I think they probably met at work. She probably wasn't friends with her before then. And when you quit a job at work, your friends usually don't go with you. I doubt Brett pulled like a Jerry Maguire and said, "Who's coming with me?"
And we will do it together. Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me?
She didn't pull that. So what was Reagan supposed to do? Quit her job too? No. Like if one person's gonna quit, you can't be mad at the other one for like I can't. There's also rumors going around that the Daily Wire had Reagan go to like acting classes or something to act more like Brett Cooper, which she's nicer, she's more friendly, she's more upbeat. They got a new subscriber with me. I know they've lost a ton, but I like Reagan. You go Reagan. Now we don't know exactly why Brett left the Daily Wire. We have, some suspicions that most likely it was because of money. If you check the numbers, she was getting huge numbers, more than Ben Shapiro, more than Matt Walsh. But I love Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh. At least they have a sense of humor. Have you guys seen Ben Shapiro's video he rated Wicked? He went and saw the movie Wicked. He gave it a good rating. He loves musicals, but the end is so hilarious. I watched it 3 times. It is comedy gold. And the funny part is I don't think he realized how funny he's being. I love Michael Knowles. He's a fellow Pisces like me. I think he's hilarious. I will always follow Candace Owens anywhere because not only is she brilliant, she's hot and she's hilarious.
And I was like, Gabby, you're not gonna believe who was right there. It was Candace Owens. She's like, there's no way. And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. She's like, you should take a picture with her. And I was like,
question, why have they not released Epstein's list? Because they're on it. Duh. They're on the list. You can't release what you're on.
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this. Let me tell you, if you are not a conspiracy theorist by now, it's because you are not intelligent.
I mean, Brett probably saw Candace Owens. She left and did it on her own. I think she's independent. And look at her. She got as many subscribers as she did before. She's still getting millions of views per video. And I still watch some young conservative people. There are people that have personalities that's doing it right. We have Amala. She used to be with PragerU, and I think she's now independent. And then Misha, I think she is with PragerU. She's another one that has a good personality and sense of humor. So yeah, that's what most of us thinks happened. Her contract was up. She asked for more money. They said no. So she dipped out, which is great for her. This is good for her. I want this for her. She can now make her own channel where she has 100% control, 100% freedom, and she can bring her audience. This is the best thing for her. And she's a newlywed. She can still, like, if she wants to get pregnant, she could get pregnant. I love what she's doing with the farm. But if she added some vlogs or did another channel on the farm, I would binge watch that. I love watching people with farms because I know I'll never be able to have one. If I had a choice to sit next to her or Rachel Zegler, I would pick her. We have more in common. I'm sure I can make her laugh. But who's going to make me laugh? I'm sure I could make Rachel Zegler laugh too. And I can play with her head. I can like egg her on and go, Trump is going to be a dictator. Aren't you worried about your ovaries? And I could just, work her up. Brett Cooper and Rachel Zegler have had the same upbringing. Not saying that all rich people, I'm not one of those people that think all rich people are evil. Have you guys seen Trump's granddaughter's YouTube channel? She's the sweetest, most perfect person ever. And she has all the money in the world. It can happen. You don't have to be a smug brat. Now I want to talk about the Daily Wire Snow White. I've seen one of Daily Wire's movies. As you could see, I'll probably link it in the corner. But I made a vlog of seeing Am I Racist with Matt Walsh. I love Matt Walsh. It was such a great movie. That's the only movie I saw because I don't subscribe to the Daily Wire. I only watch YouTube videos. I wanted to see that one movie they made about men and women's sports, but I heard that they played really hard on jokes, like they recycled jokes too much, or what is it called when you use a joke to death? Is my arm? I haven't worked out in so long, guys. Overuse a joke. I hate when they overuse a joke. That's why I can't even watch Deadpool. Comedy has been dead for so long, and now that we're bringing it back the most elementary way. Like, oh, isn't this funny? I'll say it again. I think it's funny when you say a joke and you edit it right before the punchline happens. You don't even give them time to laugh. Just say the joke, and you're like, what did that just happen? But when Jeremy announced that they're making Snow White after the backlash of the Disney Snow White and seeing little sneak peek, it was a hard pass for me. Now, I don't blame Brett Cooper for anything that happens with the Snow White. She was just doing her job. She was listening to her boss. It was most likely Jeremy making all these horrible decisions. Is his name really Jeremy Boring? I'm sorry, Jeremy. I'm illiterate. Is it boring? There's a lot of problems with the Daily Wire Snow White. Oh my goodness. First of all, you're first speaking to rebels. You're talking to the parties of the rebels. We're not the left. We're not going to just buy whatever you're selling. So yeah, we hate the Disney Snow White. We hate Rachel Zegler. So you're going to cast the right Rachel Zegler and expect us just to be happy because you voted for Trump, because it's the right Snow White, not the left Snow White. You think we're that stupid? I'm not that stupid. I'm a rebel. You're not going to make me like something just because you told me I have to. I can't be told what to do. I'm a rebel. I consider myself a very spiritual person. I'm also very superstitious. I'm Mexican. Don't sue me. But with that, regardless of what your religious beliefs might be, I think the law of the universe, God, if you will, whatever, is always at play. If it's energy, if you have positive energy and you're always in a good mood, then the results are usually positive. If you're in a negative mood and you're depressed, then usually negative results follow. And it's the same thing. We are all creative beings. I'm a creative being, and anytime I create something, I have to make sure I have love and passion behind it. Because if you create something with spite and revenge, then karma follows. People can see there's no love and passion behind a project when there's spite and revenge. It's going to show in the end product, and karma's going to follow. Did we not learn anything with TanaCon? So I believe it was last year that the Daily Wire put out their trailer for their new Snow White. And I think that Jeremy Boring guy had some 2 cents before the trailer. He was trying to make it seem like they were so proud they did Snow White right because Disney didn't. But it was just full of spite and revenge. We can tell it wasn't about love or passion. It wasn't a passion project. And I see other YouTube channels, anytime they talk about Disney Snow White, which you know me, I've made tons of Disney Snow White and Rachel Zegler videos bashing it and saying how bad it is. But I've seen other YouTubers, after they talk about Disney Snow White, then they add how the Daily Wire is making a Snow White and how it's going to be so much better and how Brett is the perfect Snow White. And it's like, why is everyone just buying what they're laying down just because we voted for the same guy? And then in the same YouTube video, they'll say Brett Cooper loves Snow White. Listen to her talk how much she loves Snow White. And then they'll show clips of Brett going on, over exaggerating how much she loves Snow White more than Rachel. Of course, she was told to say that. Jeremy said, talk about how much you love it. It's your favorite. I want you to over exaggerate how much you love Snow White, Brett. We can see through it. We're still consumers. We're still real people. We're not the left. We're not retarded. Now let's get into the Daily Wire Snow White trailer. The first thing I want to bring up is Brett Cooper didn't cut her hair. And they said it was because in the original Snow White had long hair, and in the Disney version, she has the bob. So they didn't want to copy Disney too much. I think think it was kind of a cop out because Brett was about to get married, which I don't blame you, girl. If I was going to get married, I wouldn't cut my hair either. But I would love to see you in a bob. Like maybe when she has her baby, she could cut her because she's so adorable. I think if you have a really pretty face, you could pull off a bob. And I just want to see everybody with a bob. Maybe I think she would be so cute. Another thing, I think she's adorable. I think Rachel's adorable. People's looks have nothing to do with their bratty attitude. This is a complete sidebar, but I thought it was so weird that people used to say that AI was going to take over and that they were just going to have these hot AI people say the news. And in my head, it's like, that would never work because we still want a personality. We still want a sense of humor, but obviously we don't because like Brett Cooper's numbers are really good. Brett isn't pregnant that we know of. I just hope she has a baby on her farm and cuts her hair like a bob. But that's what I meant. Okay, so let's get into the trailer. So the trailer, they open it up with her picking apples. Those apples wouldn't look like they're from Walmart. They wouldn't be shaped like that. They wouldn't have that color. The basket was also from Walmart. A bleached basket. You guys, do you have a Goodwill? You couldn't go to Goodwill, find something more rustic? Like I've said, I've made tons of videos about the Disney Snow White and how much it's going to be a train wreck and how much I hate the Snow White dress. But tell me why I hate the Daily Wire's dress more. Oh my God, it's so ugly. My mom is a seamstress. Again, I'm Mexican. And my mom has worked with commercial sewing machines for companies. And she's also, worked out of her house with her own home sewing machine, making bridesmaid dresses, prom dresses, quinceañera dresses. And the dress on the Daily Wire looks like it was made from, a home sewing machine. It doesn't look like a commercial costume wardrobe. It doesn't look professionally made. It looks like a quinceañera dress in the worst way. The apples are bad, the basket's bad, the hair's bad, the dress is bad. And you just thought you can slap your name on it and go like, oh, we did better because we're not the left. You have to have a little heart and passion in it. At the end of the day, comedy means a lot to me. I consider myself like a movie buff, and everyone says the best movies in the world are the Doom movies. And I can't get through one of them to save my life. There's no comic relief. There is just sepia. It's just bland. I can't watch any of them. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. Like I said, I'm a little illiterate. I'm like a little baby. Maybe I'm a little simple-minded. I have less brain cells than you. I need a little haha to go with my entertainment. Obviously, I watch a lot of political videos on YouTube. And if I wanted to watch someone just tell me the news, I would watch the news. I like someone to deliver it with a little bit of sense of humor. And I think that's one reason why The View doesn't do well. Does The View not do well because they're left-leaning? Or does The View not work because they're women? Like, imagine if they were all on the right. Would it be any funner? And trust me, comedy is hard to conquer as a female. I don't think females can pull off comedy as well as men can, because men are dumb. Men are stupid and silly and dumb. And if a man says a joke, we're like, oh, it's a dumb man. And it usually lands because it's a dumb man. But women, we tend to be a little bitchy. And anytime we say a joke, it doesn't land. It comes off bitchy. The whole point is I don't have to subscribe to someone because they voted for Trump. I subscribe to Amanda the Jedi. She's a hoot. And I'm sure she didn't vote for Trump. But guess what? She has a personality. I don't have to co-sign everything the right is selling. Most likely you don't agree with me, and that's fine. You probably have more brain cells than me, and you could be entertained with more than just a few giggles. Congratulations. You're smarter than me. A lot of people are. But if you still like this one, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Boy, 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 boy.